Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me, and thank you, Chat Panitos, for your help. I appreciate it. Today is Tuesday. Okay, you know, I was of two minds yesterday whether I should touch the Tyre situation, but it's in the news, and I said, you know what, people may have questions about that, so that's why I gave you my opinion. But you know something? A couple of people left comments that were not very pleasant because they completely missed what I was trying to say. Let me read one of them, and I'm not quite sure where this one came from, really. Well, the other one, the first one is not bad. The first one is a question about Haiti. How did Haiti become so corrupt if most were raised that way? You take a library book and you are never seen again. 1 second. Okay. You know, I'm still uncomfortable about calling my friend because we're all 14, 13. You know, maybe he was about a year or two older than I was. To call him a thief. You know, it still bothers me because he was my friend. You know, we all grew up in the neighborhood, and I don't know what happened, but he stole the book. Okay, and how come Haiti became so corrupt? It's not everybody in Haiti, just like in America. Trump, look at Trump. I think as a person, I feel most Americans are honest. Okay, and they will do the right thing. Look at Trump. So the thing is, a lot of Haitians, you know, we are all predisposed. I mean, this is a spiritual channel. I can use this example. According to our astrological chart, since that's the easiest thing I can direct everyone to, we are all predisposed, or you know, we can lean to, you know, if you find yourself by yourself somewhere, and there's $1 million, a bag with $1 million in it, you know, according to your upbringing, since you have that tendency to say, well, if you ever touch somebody's stuff, you know, they're gonna find out, and they're gonna, you know, so you will not take it. You will find the rightful owner, or you will call the police. But if your upbringing wasn't, you know, right, you will take the $1 million, the bag with the $1 million in it, and maybe you'll be found and get arrested. So we are influenced, you know, in certain ways. The reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of people who work in government, when you know, the whatever the GDP is in Haiti, I have no clue. When I was growing up, no, now, okay. These people, and then also the international community used to donate to the country. Okay, the people in charge, some of them were taking money. Okay, they built huge homes, but others that were around them, you know, they watched them and they have that inclination. You know, maybe I can. What am I, stupid? I can do the same thing and take some money, and that's how I feel. This thing snowballed to a situation, you know, that put the country the way it is. But not all Haitians do those type of things. I mean, when I say and at the governmental level, and but that's the best way I can explain it to everybody. Okay, so I won't dwell on that too long. The second question I got, somebody wrote, reinforcing negative stereotypes to make others feel comfortable with their racism is not what I expected today. I'm not sure what I said that caused that. In fact, some of these talking points are lifted from right from Fox News. I don't watch Fox News. While kids are shooting up schools and religious places, but no one stereotypes that community. I wasn't making any comparison between that and our community and black community. And white on white crime is just as bad, but police shows like 48 Hours are not interested in showcasing it. In fact, police make sure white criminals survive their arrest. Sadly, comments like this are why there is a growing divide between African American communities and the black immigrant community. Let me say this, this brought something that happened to me a year after I came to this country. Maybe it was longer, I don't recall exactly, but I used to date this young lady, okay? And I was shocked when she told me her father said she should not date a Haitian guy. She should date an African American guy just like us. I'm like, why would he say that? What did I do? I didn't do anything wrong. But when this person, this subscriber, posted that, that's what it reminded me of. But you know something? She dumped me. I think she ended up with an African American. But you know something? I don't remember exactly how many years later. By that time I had graduated from college, and I used to own a Pontiac Firebird. And I'm not sure how she found out that I purchased a brand new car and the Firebird was sitting around. So she came with her boyfriend at the time, and I was shocked. I had just come in from work. I used to work for a company called Materials Research Corporation. They're owned by Sony now, and I was still wearing a white shirt and a tie. Okay, and she came with her boyfriend. I felt so, I'm like, this is what your dad told you to leave me for? And that's who you pick? In any event, I felt, I'm like, I couldn't believe. I was shocked. I don't know, I can't find the word right now to explain it to you guys. I felt if she had stayed with me, it would have been better. Okay? But it bothered me, not because me, whenever a woman dumps me, I move on. I am not going back. My ex-wife will tell you the same thing, my girlfriend, because I treat women well. And when you piss me off, you dump me for no reason, I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. So, but the point I'm trying to make is, yes, that statement the person made, okay, it brought that, and yes, I felt it. But you know something? I feel the immigrants and black Americans, it would be better if we stick together, okay, and find a way forward. Humanek says exactly, why would I want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with me? So thank you, Humanek, you got me. Okay, you know something? I'm going to tell you guys, it hurt me. I believe I mentioned that story before. About 5 or 6 years ago, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I usually have a laptop and a tablet next to me. So I grabbed that young lady I used to date in high school. Okay, that was my first girlfriend when I first came here. And I loved her, and we could have gotten married, you never know. So, and I reached for the tablet, she came to mine, I reached for the tablet and I Googled her name. And I found that, that's how I found out she died. And I did some more research, called some people. In fact, I even got in contact with one of her sisters. She had one sister and one brother. And I spoke to her, and I found out she became an alcoholic. Okay? And she died. It was so sad. You know what I mean? So the person who said that, and I've felt it in many ways. And I'm caught in a very bad, in a bind, between a rock and a hard place, because many times I've asked African American women to go out. They won't go out with me. Okay, but if I don't have a tree of women that I shake and grab one, but if I find somebody, regardless of your color, I'm going to date you and if you want to date me, we're going to go out. Because I'm being rejected, and I knew why. Okay, I can tell you guys stories, but I'm going to leave it there. But the reason why I'm bringing this up Instead of feeling that way about immigrants, we have more in common when it comes to slavery and everything else. Okay, regardless, yes, we Haitian, we fought and we freed ourselves. And we came here to help African Americans free themselves as well. We fought, Haitians fought in the Civil War. Okay? But instead of telling me, I didn't say anything to create or to perpetuate whatever misunderstanding there is between African American and Haitian American or Jamaican American or anyone else. We're all after the same thing, the American dream, But I'm not quite sure what I said to prompt someone to even think that way. And I brought up the 48-hour thing simply because, as examples, I wasn't, it bothers me when I watch young black kids getting killed by other black kids. Okay, and a lot of them, Lord knows, those who got killed, what they could have become. Okay, so I use 48 hours as an example to show that we're gonna have to make a change. I know it is known, but I've been here with you guys for 6 years. That's why I do my Monday streams and Saturday streams. That is so that people know I'm not just sitting here talking. I can give names, description, remote viewing, you name it, I can do it. Okay, so if I'm sitting here talking, I'm not just talking. And I gave that as an example of how we are wasting. There are bad apples among us in the black communities. We're going to have to do something. Those that can be reached and saved, let's do it. Others, there may have to be other things done, to prevent them from killing or dragging the good, black kids into the wrong path. That's basically why I brought 48 hours. It wasn't, and also I was not defending white cops and black cops or anything of that sort. What the point I was trying to make is, whether you are black, white, Hispanic, Asian, or whatever, if you are a policeman, you have to be in the right state of mind to do that job, because they meet the worst among us. Okay, and they suffer trauma just like people. I have a client, she's a friend as well, because I've been reading for her for so long. Her husband right now is suffering from major trauma because he's a policeman. He's on the job, he sees things, and some of them commit suicide. Okay, we have to take care of them, keep them in the right frame of mind. So what happened the other day, because we don't know what those young black policemen, what made them do this. This is America. Things happen. We find out the reasons. We don't just let it happen. No, we try to understand and make things better. Okay, that's basically what I wasn't defending them. Somebody said I was defending the cops. No, I was simply showing, this job is a tough job. Okay, passing laws are not going to take care of the situation. It's going to take like the community and the police to do something together to get us, to move us out from where we are. And now we have another danger that's lurking. Red state governors like DeSantis are allowing anybody to go and purchase a gun. You don't need a license, no training, or anything of that sort. Yeah. So we think it's bad now? Watch. Okay. But, I wasn't trying to perpetuate, whatever rift between we have between African American and immigrants. I thought that was, and I don't watch Fox News, and no, I didn't. This wasn't. I'm not quite sure how this person what the talking point was. And as far as history is concerned, Haitians were slaves. African Americans were slaves. And do you know why Haiti is so poor? It's still the vestiges of slavery. Haiti was the first, I believe, black independent country in the world. Okay? And guess what? At some point, I believe, I didn't even know about that when I was in Haiti. I found that out a couple of years ago. We had to pay France some kind of money. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember exactly now what it was. Because, to keep our independence or something to that effect. Okay? So, my friends, those of you who think that I was defending the police, that was the furthest, nothing could be further from the truth. The thing is, we have to understand what happened. You know what? They are human too. They messed up. They have those 5 policemen, they have some major issues. But we have to understand them. Yes, they're going to go to jail. They're going to pay for what they did. But we have to understand them, okay? Because we can't exclude the police from our communities. We have to work with them, help them, keep us safe, okay? So we're going to have to work with them. We have to understand them. We have to give them the tools and the support necessary in order for them to keep us safe. Basically, that's what I was trying to say. Some people took me wrong, and I'm not. What really annoys me is, I was perpetuating the rift between our communities. That one I really, and something. The thing is, it's true. I always try to. I don't dwell on those things. Although I felt them. So I'm caught between African Americans, not all of them, okay? Not all. There's some very nice people. So, but the majority, okay, they won't even deal with me. When I was facing racism at the last company I was at, or most companies, very rarely an African American would even talk to me about what happened. They always want to run the other way. They knew because I spoke about what was going on. I am one of those people. I don't back away from those things. The last guy who asked me, how come the black race is the only race that's still behind? I made him pay for it. And when he was leaving the company, I sent him a message. I told him I knew. I said, you're going to be leaving the company within a month. Oh, yeah. So don't feel sorry for me. I fought those people, yeah, and I won. Okay, the only thing is, yes, the company, basically made me lose a ton of money. Basically, my life saving 12 years ago, around 2008. Okay, but it's okay, But I'm not quite sure how some people thought I was defending the police. I wasn't defending anyone. I just feel bad for Tyre, but it's a young kid. We got to stop this. We got to do something. And that's all I was trying to say. Okay, I'll move on. Let me see if there are any. Louis Salero says, I totally agree with you, Milo. We can't fix what we don't exactly what we don't understand. Yeah, that's basically what I was trying to convey. Colette Coach says, he said black and Mexicans should stand together. Yeah. He shut her down saying, you guys were immigrants and stole from Mexico and wiped out Native Americans. Oh, I didn't know about that. I'm not quite sure what Colette is talking about here, but I'm sure probably responding to someone. But, it is time that everyone, I'm not saying to collaborate and to pit one against another. We all after the same thing. We come here, all of us are immigrants except for the natives. We should all collaborate, work together, make this country a better place so we all can have a piece of the pie. Being divided is not going to help anyone. Sorry. That's why. Thank you very much, Tyre Knight, for your generosity and the super chat. I appreciate it, because it doesn't help anyone. All right. As Peter, you may have a point there. As Peter, I need to call it peace enforcement instead of law enforcement. Only the courts enforces the law. That's very true. In any event, all right. Did you guys, let's move on now. Let's see. Yes, did you guys hear that Bragg is back on the Trump case? And let me tell you guys, I feel indictment is coming soon. Bragg, Fannie, DOJ, oh boy. Colette Code says, is Santos going to resign? In fact, he has stepped down. I just read it right before I came on. He resigned from the committees that he were on. Don't be surprised, yes, if he walks away, because it feels, when I read that, it feels like to me it is because he's been told he's about to be indicted or to get indicted. That's why, yes, John Johnson says George Santos stepped down from House committees. Yeah, that's what's coming. He knows, because the people he stated that were his donors don't exist. Not only that, a bunch of other stuff too that we don't know much about yet. But yeah, I feel there's a very good chance. And I also feel some people are talking to him too. I mean, the leaders and the House. I talked to him, they can't save him. So this guy is by his lonesome self. In any event, yes, and going back to Trump, I feel Bragg is going to get Trump. And I am just, do you guys remember, those of you who have been with me for a very long time, I called Bragg a chicken. I said there was a case and I told you this case was going to come back, or at least they were going to pursue Trump when he dropped the case. That's what we are watching right now. And it feels like to me, he's just a chicken. Right now he feels emboldened, because he can sense that Trump has suffered some major blows. And also he jailed Trump's CEO. So he's detecting, weakness. And he feels like now it's safer for him now to take Trump down than before. Because before, basically, the reason why he did not pursue Trump is because he was afraid of the MAGA reaction. But right now, it feels like Bragg fails. If he indicts Trump and convict him, nothing is going to happen. That's why he's doing this, because he's watching everything that have come out about Trump, and he senses also that, there is something else. He also feels the information about some of the findings, investigation about Trump and that money is going to come out, and it's going to put a black mark in his record. That's another reason why, besides he realized that now it's a better time to indict Trump than any other time, but also he's concerned about the mark this is going to leave in his record if he doesn't go after Trump, because everyone is going to find out he's a coward, and to himself, he can't afford to be perceived that way. That's another reason why this guy is going to go after Trump, or he's going after Trump. Phoenix Rise Rene says, when Haiti got its independence in 1804, European countries banned trade with Haiti, and France imposed a fee of 50 million francs to secure its independence. Yes, That's the thank you, Phoenix Rise, Renee. I couldn't remember the whole thing. Yep. And that's what kept Haiti in poverty. The country could never catch a break, or its breath to do anything. And you know something I wanted to mention, regardless, unless you are African from Africa, okay, that's the only way you did not suffer the traumas of slavery. If you are black from any place else, maybe I'm wrong. Please, I'm sure you guys know that better than I than I do. Please let me know. But if not most black people who are from wherever else, okay, your ancestors were slaves. And yes, you know, the trauma is passed on down. Haiti is no different. Okay, so I do understand, and you know, I'm not a historian. That's the furthest thing of my interest. You know that I'm interested in. But I bought the book from Marvin Dunn, Dr. Marvin Dunn, the educator from Florida. I bought his book, and I know about some of the history in Florida. You know, a town that was burned down, and many of its residents were killed. Okay, I read about that. I don't remember the name of the town right now. And I just bought Marvin Dunn's book. I have not read it yet. But I'm not a historian, but I know a little bit here and there. Or whenever I feel I have to understand something. Friends, slavery is slavery. The vestiges of slavery, if you come to this country, you will feel it. But you know something? The past is the past. We have to step up and keep moving forward. We cannot, well, I won't let whatever the past happened in the past keep me down. When that guy asked me how come the black race is the only race that's still behind, you think I was going to shrink? I didn't shrink. I yelled at him. I called them into a conference room. I scared I'm not going to see the word. Yeah. When I was done with him, he was shaking in his pants, and he was my manager. He couldn't fire me. I nailed him. So that's what we got to do. Okay? Oh, I fought a lot of that stuff. So all of us, we understand, we know. Anyway. Now, when it comes to Trump's state of mind, I feel, you know, Trump is trying to find a way to get himself out of the situation that he's in right now. But he's so arrogant and so confident that he can con everybody. So he still feels maybe there is a way he can get himself out of this. Wrong. Trump has no friends, and not even his kids. You know, because they all have to follow his cue or cues. Okay, they are not their own persons, and that's what he's trying to do to the Republican Party and everyone else who's trying to. Thank you very much, Connecticut. Rosewood, Florida, 1923, New Year's. Yes, thank you. That's the town I was trying to tell you. Everyone that, oh my God, it was just like what they did. The Black Wall Street, there is another area. Is it Michigan? And they used to call that town Black Wall Street. They massacred everybody. Okay. In any event, thank you very much, Tipi Canoe, for your generosity in the super chat. Tipi Canoe says, I love you, Milo. I love you too. Thank you, my friend, for your support. I appreciate it. But yes, Uh, but people around Trump, whenever he comes up with those silly ways of fighting back or try to get out of this, and that's, oh my God, did you guys hear what Trump said yesterday? He said that, remember he made a statement that he trusted he trusted Putin more than he trusts our intelligence agencies. And yesterday he came out with some crazy thing. It was, he still trusts Putin more than our intelligence agencies because of people like, the former FBI that he fired and a couple of other people, which is baloney. He's just that dumb. He thinks by saying and doing these things, that's going to prove that he believed in what he said. He didn't say it in a negative way. Yeah, right. He is so desperate, guys. The situation of Trump's frame of mind is desperation. Because people around him are telling him, first of all, he doesn't have an explanation to get out from under what's falling on him right now. There is no way out. Yes, he can go to court and fight, maybe make a deal. That won't work either. He is terrified because he knows there's another thing that's bothering Trump as well. Everything he spoke to Putin, people around him have told him the capabilities that we have. Regardless of when you think you're alone, you are not alone. And yes, our shoes can be used as listening devices. The dumb does not understand that. You guys can add 2 and 2 together, okay? So now Trump is trying to figure out some of the stuff he spoke to Putin about, whether our intelligence agencies are aware. That's another thing that's freaking him out. And let me tell you guys, they may not come out and say, we're going to nail you because of this. Biden knows. And no, Trump is not going to get a pardon from Biden, nor a pass. Trump is going to pay. And you know something else? I was listening to a report last night about certain things Barr, the former AG, he's going to have some major issues. He's going to have some, and he's going to need to answer some questions. This is not going to be pretty for a lot of people who are in the Trump administration. But right now, Trump's frame of mind is desperate. He doesn't know which way to go. If you know this guy, thank you very much, Jodine Johnson, for your generosity and the super chat. Jodine says, keep it up. Thank you. Will do. Sunday, it looks like, I saw a picture of him. I think it was Sunday. He's no longer, I think he's losing weight. And it's not because he's on a diet. It's because it feels like to me he's even having difficulties eating. That's how bad things are with Trump these days, because he knows what he's done, and people around him have told him what the consequences could be. Andrea McDonald Black says he thinks Russia can help him win again. Yeah, right. You're right, by the way. I'm not quite sure what he has going on up here. So he's brown nosing when they come for him. He should make it to the Russian embassy for asylum. Yeah, he can't reach that embassy. Let me tell you guys, Trump is a walking prisoner, and you know something? I think he knows it. And I don't mean because he's going to prison. It is because we cannot afford to let Trump free. No. And the American government is fully aware of it. okay? Because some of those secret documents, they were not mistakes. And if we were to ever find out, probably 20 years, I won't be around from now, when they find out what he took. Maybe I'll be around because my mom's lived till 96. Maybe I'll be lucky. So the thing is, I lost my train of thought. Well, regardless of what he thinks, okay, trying to get out of this, no. And people around him are telling him that things are not looking good. And some of the stuff he's done, he's going to suffer the consequences. And there isn't very much he can do. Oh, yes, I was talking about the secret documents. I'm sorry. They had to show me the pictures again, so I couldn't get back to them. Some of those information, you guys, it was, according to report, and I feel it resonated with me, it's over 300 documents. Those were not just by mistake. There were some mistakes as well, but Trump selected them for a reason. And they were not for keepsake either. I mean, why would I need, if I were president, the location of our submarines or any other weapons that we have? Why do I need this? No. There was a reason. And Trump cannot find a good answer for that one yet, or many others. And that's another thing that's playing tricks in his mind, that's keeping him awake at night. Yeah, he's not sleeping well either. Okay, let me go down. Thursday taxes. I have plenty of popcorn on head. Me too. Joel Tisser says Trump lawyers need lawyers. Absolutely. Let's see. Thank you, Teresa Baltazar, for reminding everyone to please give me to tap on the thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. It would help me a lot. Also, Mimi says, did you see? Yes, Gates on Harry Melba. Yes, he absolutely showed on last night. Absolutely, I saw him. Very interesting. You know, those people, by the way, this morning it seems like he posted something on Twitter right before I came on. I went on Twitter. He said he's not sure he's going to vote against, or he's going to vote. He's undecided whether to vote for or against Ilhan Omar being removed from her committee. It's because they know a lot of Republicans are not comfortable with what they are doing. In any event, yes, I saw that, and he tried to come across as reasonable. I don't trust these guys. I don't trust them at all. So, but Mary Melba is trying to be, and yeah, I think we should have them in those shows. So, because they go on Fox News and talk and get away with everything. So, if they talk to the rest of the media, it's a good thing. Melissa, it says, good point, Milo. 45 is he's a walking prisoner. Yep. And he knows it. He knows it too. That's what's eating him up. All right, let's see. Yes, I saw that. John Johnson says Elizabeth Warren refuses to back Kamala Harris as vice president. I have no clue, but I don't feel that's going to put... You know what? Maybe I'm misunderstanding something here. I mean, yes, it would have been better if she supported Kamala. And how is that going to affect anything when Biden runs again with Kamala? And it's beginning to come out that she's been doing a lot of work. But I don't understand. I don't understand this at all. You know, so maybe it's a grudge, because I believe they ran for president together, right? If I'm not mistaken, Elizabeth Warren and Kamala, I think. So it's probably a grudge. I don't know. Deborah Giddy says Gates is going to run for Florida governor because DeSantis is going to run for president. you know, guys, do you guys remember I said either yesterday or the day before yesterday? No, yesterday was Monday, so probably Saturday I said it. That DeSantis is not behaving the way he's behaving just in a vacuum. And this morning I learned from Morning Joe, or maybe last night, I learned that yes, they poll the base. And again, I still think he's not very bright. Because he wants to win the base. So he thinks that labeling, anything African American or anything that vaguely, if somebody is gay or sounds like, the teaching that slavery was bad, maybe you are against whites. This guy, I'm not quite sure, and it's going to, how is he going to overcome that if he runs for president? I don't understand this. And some of the stuff he's doing in Florida, how long does he think he's going to be able to get away with this? People are going to get tired of it. This is not Cuba or Haiti. And this guy is sounding just like Castro and Papa Doc to me. Well, I don't know about Castro very much, but the way he imposes himself sounds like Papa Doc to me, But people will catch on, except for the Cubans. I don't understand. They want to create another Castro here. Somebody told me they have radio stations that are lying to that community. I don't know. But Joel Thiston says arrested FBI agent will sing. Oh, he has no choice but to sing. He's singing already. I fear, my prediction, Floridians will turn against DeSantis. Yes, the KKK, his KKK base will always be with him. But the only reason why I feel DeSantis was able to win this past election is voter suppression and the black community or the minority communities, didn't put their heads together and blast this guy out of office. And to be, that's what I feel. So I'm sure some of you know a lot more about this than I do. If people went out and voted, I don't think he would have won. Okay. Please let me know, guys, what you think, because that's what I feel. Okay, let's see. Yes, I heard they're getting a lot of not snow, but freezing rain. Carmen Tristan says Dallas Independent School District has canceled school for tomorrow due to this weather we are having. They also closed today. Yeah, I was watching the thing on TV a little while ago. Freezing rain and stuff like that. Yikes. Melissa H. says DeSantis, 45, Gates, Green, all great in position upon us. Oh, yeah. If they were to have their way, this country will certainly go to hell in a handbasket really fast. Vicky I says mainly the presidential candidate picks his on VP. No, what I was thinking, Vicky, is the thing. I was trying to figure out, because I'm a little confused now, how, if that one senator is against Kamala, how is that going to affect Biden's run for re-election, and what's the big deal if that has any impact on? But I just realized it has zero impact on the Electoral College. But for a second there, I was confusing the two because I heard about Warren not wanting to support her yesterday. I was kind of taken aback, but I had so much going on, I didn't really have a chance to think about it until now. I was saddened. I'm like, are you kidding me? For what? Kamala Harris hasn't done anything, wrong to anybody. And basically, lately, according to reports, she's stepped up. People don't understand. I have not been never even been to the White House. So the only thing I've done is, I've done remote viewing. You guys know that. I've done it. I've gone to the White House at least once. I tried it. Okay. That's the only way I got to the White House. But intuitively, I feel that job is overwhelming. And when you first step on it, she was a DA. She's never, I'm sorry, she was a senator. But those jobs are, if you don't have, and she was a senator for how long? 1 or 2 years? Stepping into the VP job is a challenge. And she's a black woman, those people are not going to give her, a chance. So she had to earn her stripes the hard way, and it takes a long time. I can relate. When I used to work, thank my God, I wish I was. I had the tools at my disposal today 20 years ago. You know what used to happen? Some of my coworkers, they would not share. They would share among themselves what they know, but they wouldn't share certain information with me. So I am sure Kamala is the same thing. It was a tough goal for her to get on her feet and get going, but I'm sure now it feels like to me intuitively when I focus on her, she has learned, and you can tell now she's more comfortable in the position. But at first she had to learn. It's a tough job. President of this country is, oh my God. It's we're lucky. A lot of people don't, a lot of people don't give Biden enough credit, but we are lucky Biden is our president now with his experience. John Johnson says, we all need you, Milu. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I need you, all of you guys, too, and all your wonderful, uplifting predictions and readings. Thank you very much. Please don't let one or two wrong interpretations of you and your readings even phase. No, I don't. But, sometimes, because the reason why I answer some of those questions, almost forgot something I wanted to mention, is because one of them is true, and I don't see why for the life of me. But you know what? Oh my God, I got to give her credit for that. Hang on a second. Let me tell you guys who this person posted something. Her name is, his name, I'm sorry, Chris Piazza, I'm sorry. Okay, says, Milu, I so agree with you. It's a delicate subject, but I thought I'd share that. Back in the 80s, I moved into a mostly black and Latino neighborhood in Brooklyn. The street crime, but I'm not going to read the whole thing. Chris did something that I was trying to convey yesterday that we need. She basically created a community organization, youth, parents, and everyone involved, including the police. Okay. And she successfully helped her neighborhood. Because who else is going to do it if, those bad guys will kill you. So I wanted to, that's what, if you guys go, Chris Piazza is basically, I don't know if Chris is how can you tell if somebody's Chris is a male or female? I don't know, sorry. But Chris embodies what I was trying to explain that we need to do. Chris did it. Okay. I almost forgot. I meant to give her credit for, oh my God, it takes a lot to do something like that. Okay. But that's what I was trying to say. In any event, oh my God, look at the time. Okay, friends. Thank you very much for spending time with me. I appreciate it. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. Sharon, Nana Binana, Ron, Teresa, TK. I appreciate everyone. Linda. If I forget anyone, please, I'm sorry. And thank you, those of you who have donated to me. Thank you very much. I will, if anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilo.com. Or you can email me, or at the number and email address is scrolling on your screen right now. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. If you like the channel, please subscribe and also tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. I will see you all tomorrow at the same time. Till then, bye. Thank you, Shez. I'm sorry, I forgot to say thanks to you. Nana Binana, thank you. Bye, everyone. See you all tomorrow. Yikes.